but after delving in a bit, I was pleasantly surprised by just how funny and enjoyable the show is. Witchwatch is a currently airing anime that you probably haven't heard a lot about. With the summer 2025 season being packed with so many prominent series, it can be easy to get swept up into the hype. My first thought when seeing this series was, oh, why would I watch this when there are so many other series airing right now? But after delving in a bit, I was pleasantly surprised by just how funny and enjoyable the show is. But before I get too into that, let me tell you a bit about what Witchwatch is all about. The story follows our two main characters, Nico, a young girl who recently finished her 6 years of witch training and is now moving back to her hometown, and her childhood friend, Morihito, an ogre, or rather a descendant of ogres? He's ogre adjacent, okay? Nico chooses as her familiar, straying away from the typical animal familiar trope, and opting for a person instead. Initially, Morihito is super opposed to being anyone's servant, but comes around after learning he doesn't really have a choice in the matter, as he'll be turned into a strange animal creature if he disobeys a witch's command. And put like that, it sounds pretty dark, but it's not, I promise. Before accepting this role, he also learns of a prophesized disaster that's set to befall Nico within the next year, and that her familiar will be the one to save her. Since Morihito cares about his childhood best friend, he's inclined to accept. He doesn't want to see his friend get hurt. Shortly after this witch/familiar relationship is established, it's also revealed that Nico will be living with Morihito in his family's house, as her mother is still in the witch's holy land. Stick with me here though, because while this setup sounds incredibly stereotypical and kind of awful at a glance, it's really not that bad. It's used as a setup for gags rather than some egregious excuse for fan service. As a matter of fact, there's very little fan service in this show at all, focusing on silly situations rather than thirst trapping the two main characters. We really get to see our protagonist's personality shine through, with Morihito being the more reserved and rational one, and Nico taking on the role of the outgoing troublemaker. They're on opposite ends of the personality spectrum, but they mesh well together, a clear chemistry being seen throughout the runtime.